Good morning. Hello. Cheers. I hope that you're like a couple of deep into these guys, these bad boys. I also appreciate you affirming my coffee declarations last Monday, which includes flavored creamer inside of this cup for the rest of my life. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for acknowledging. Appreciate the few brave souls who are like, I just drink it black. I'm like, well, you're better than the rest of us, but we have yummier coffee. So I'm happy to see you this Monday. As always, I'm looking like I more and more look forward to this time with you. It's not very long, so don't worry about it. I mean, it's 9 o'clock. You need a break from work. It's been a whole hour. You know what I mean? Okay, let me tell you a couple of quick things that I wanted to talk about this Monday. First of all, I need to make sure that you saw my announcement this week about the one time only, one night only live event for the release of this bad girl. Yeah, this isn't the final copy. This is like it's called an ARC, Advanced Reader Copy. I don't really have my hardback copy yet. I can't wait to see it. But anyway, whatever. This comes out April 21st. And on April 14th in Dallas at the theater at Grand Prairie, we are having a killer smash up one-time event to put this thing out into the world. And I mentioned this week who's going to be joining me. More to tell you next week. First of all, get excited for Angela Johnson, the greatest comedian, the greatest girl. She and I have been texting this week because we're so pumped. And a little lady you may or maybe heard of, Brene Brown in the house, folks. I mean, I don't, at this point, I don't know what else to do to make it any better than that, okay? I'm gonna have some music. Okay, maybe I can be a little better. So, get your tickets, okay? I'll put the link in the things, in the comments. Get your tickets. That's gonna be such a great night. So I want to see you there. Literally every person that loves me in the entire world is going to be there from like my family and my town. So anyway, it's exciting. Okay. Yesterday, so if you remember my second kid, Sydney, who's a sophomore in college, she started her first year at college in DC. And in a pretty brave move, called us in April and said, "This isn't it. It's the wrong fit, and I would need to come back and go to UT." Yes, and all the heavens rejoiced, and all the angels rejoiced, and all the saints rejoiced. The church mothers, the church grandmothers, it was a party. So she's back, and she's a sophomore now at UT, and she got a job as a hostess at a restaurant downtown. Well, she just got it. And so I think she's had like 3 whole shifts. She's still like in training. So Brand and I were after church, we were like, is it too soon to do an unannounced rinse at the restaurant moment? Like, hi, can you show us to our seats, young lady? You know, you just never really know. You don't know if that's a thing, if that's a card you're supposed to play, or if you're supposed to have a little bit more chill than that. And we went with the no chill option and went to her restaurant as patrons. And it's just so cute. And so what I am here to tell you this morning is, and everybody here like with me this morning that has older kids already knows this, but it is just really something to like watch your kids grow up and then go be in the world like a grown person. Like, how dare they just be out there having a job, making money? Why do you need to file taxes? You're not old enough for that. You know what I mean? So just kind of watching your kids be awesome at grown tasks like jobs and being in charge of restaurant things is so crazy. Brandon and I were talking about Gavin, our oldest, who is a senior at Texas Tech right now. And he is running. Oh, okay, I'm going to get this so wrong. You know that I only marginally understand what he is studying. ranch management. So I think it's what you think it is. And, that's why we have Google to help us know more. But he runs these labs all weekend long, kind of like a TA. I think it is a TA. And I'm like, oh, it's so cold and wet and it's so long. He's like, oh, I love it. Like, I love every minute of it. And I'm like, how do you know what you're doing? Like, how do you know this? You're just a baby. Like, you're just a baby who was just in kindergarten. And so it's disorienting to watch your kids grow up and then grow up. So they do that. And it's exciting and weird, and you're proud, and you're also like, where did it go? Like, where did it all go? It zips away, you guys. Okay. Anyway, I watched my girl be like adorable yesterday in her restaurant, and she's so cute. And I'm like, well, I mean, I love her. So next thing, this is a true story. I have already this morning made a whole tub of egg salad. And the reason is because I had the thought of egg salad in the middle of the night. And if you've been a reader of mine for some time, I think actually in For the Love, like 2 books ago, I mentioned this, and I called it like egg salad disorder or something like that, because this is how it is for me. On that particular bit of food, the minute my brain thinks about egg salad, I have to have it. I have to have it. I've never, ever not made that happen. If I don't have eggs, that means I'm going to go to the store. It's a very, very strange craving that I don't have until I have. And so I also am aware that for some of you, you're like, I think it might be a real Southern thing to make salads. I mean, this is where I'm playing fast and loose with the word salad, because this is like in the South, we'll do like, they're all the same ingredients. You just rotate out the protein. Chicken salad, yes, please. Tuna salad, 100%. Egg salad, yes. Shocking information that I'm about to lay on you. More or less, that's also what pimento cheese is. And so you've got a lot of mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise, and it's Dijon, and it's relish. And for me, this is just a thing that I like. I really, really like sweet jalapenos, candy jalapenos, bread and butter jalapenos, and then a lot of salt and pepper. And that's what the food is. That's what you eat. You call it a salad. And so I made it this morning, and I've already eaten it. Is what I'm saying to you. Like, right here in my world, it is 9:11 a.m. And that's because I thought the thought, and then I had to have the food. So I am sorry about that. I had a call come in. Super happy to put that recipe up for you. It's not really a recipe. Can you take a spoon and put mayonnaise in a thing? Then you can do that. Okay, this isn't really cooking. Can you boil eggs? That's the hardest part. So I've already had egg salad this morning. I will also have it for lunch, because that's where my head's at. Okay. One more little thing. I'm gonna let you get back to your work. I mentioned it in my stories this week, but I wanted to tell you that I read my friend Glennon's book this week, and it was amazing. I loved it. Untamed. If you've never read her work before, she is just a really gifted communicator. Like a super, super gifted communicator. And so she just went headfirst into some really important issues of like identity, and is so good. And I told her, I was texting her this week as I was reading it, and I'm like, isn't it funny that these are the books we're putting out a month apart? Untamed and Fierce, Free, and Full of Fire. She and I both arced through a lot of really, really similar ideas on what it really kind of means to be true and free. like in your life, in every single way, in every single relationship, and in your hopes, in your dreams, in your failures, in your fears, like all of it. Just ownership, so much ownership, and then truth telling. It's important and it's good work. Anyway, her book is about to come out. I think it comes out. Well, you know what? I don't know. It's early March. It's going to come out in a minute, and you're gonna. I actually ended up with 2 copies, and I already gave one of them away to somebody who needed it. I'm like, this is going to help you. Just trust me. And so, okay, don't forget this, you guys. Well, I'm excited to see you. Okay, I'll put the link up. A bunch of you have got tickets already. I think the VIP tickets are already gone. Sorry, I knew they would go fast. They were gone in a minute. But there's other seats left for you, and it's going to be a great night. Like, this is for you. Do it for you. Do it because it is an investment in your heart and soul, in your creativity and optimism, in your passions, in a big, huge room of women, which is always like really special. And so this can be for you. Bunch of you are flying in. It was crazy to see. I got my plane tickets. I'm like, wow, yes, you do that. So we'll have a seat for you. Okay, you guys. So very happy Monday to you. I'm happy to hear about how also your kids are grown and you're watching them be grown-ups. Like, I haven't even watched a kid become a spouse or a parent yet. So that whole wonder world is in front of me still, and I can't wait for that. But even just watching them be young adults, even that is magical. And so don't worry, young mamas. I know that you're drowning. You are in the weeds. We all were. Like, that is, you're not doing it wrong, and your kids, there's nothing wrong with your kids. They're all like that. It's not you, it's them. Okay? And so you can do this. You can do this. You can make it through early childhood and little kidhood, and I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy teen life. You are. I mean, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes you'll be like, this is the worst. But for the most part, they're going to dazzle you. They're going to dazzle you. And then they steer that car into young adulthood, and you're like, what just happened? So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. They just are the same kids you've always loved. They're just bigger, and they have jobs, and they have taxes. Okay? All right. Happy Monday to you. I'm super glad to spend just a few minutes with you here in my little house every single Monday. And maybe next week, if I can get it together, I'll give you the second half of my house tour, which is upstairs. Upstairs is really, really cute, except that all those gross kids live there, and they are a mess. So maybe if I can get them to not be here, I'll be able to show you the upstairs. It's cute. Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all the things. Have a great week. Have a super week. Thanks for joining me on Mondays. I love it. Okay, guys. Love y'all.